Hello everyone, my name is Lee and I talk about a lot of different things in a few different industries. While photography and imaging is absolutely my jam, I am no stranger to the world of project controls, and I've been talking quite a bit about that lately, and I'm continuing today. Today's video is about a piece of software that some of you may be familiar with, you may already use it, or you may want to learn more about it. I'm here to break all of that out for you. But first, an exciting announcement. Although my re-emergence into project controls is fairly new, I have exciting news. My company, LWP Media, is one of the newest Deltek partners. What this means is that along with best practice tips and techniques for project-oriented professionals, I am able to emphasize those points using some of the best project controls software around, the Deltek PPM suite. I'd like to thank Deltek for working with me closely throughout the partnering process and for access to the PPM suite so that videos like this one today can have their best foot forward. Ultimately, that benefits you all because I can make a point and then show you how to apply that point in software. What could be better? Okay, let's talk about the Deltek Acumen suite, some of the features, and a learning path for mastery of the software. First, what does Acumen do? Acumen helps you access your project plan, understand its level of quality, risk, and methods to optimize it. Acumen knows that all projects and project types can be different, but there are commonalities between all projects in that they all need a high-quality, well-defined plan in order to be executed on time and on budget. Further, risks must be addressed, which may interfere with the original forecast, and changes to the project over time can introduce additional issues and uncertainty. In order to help you manage all of this, Deltek Acumen gives you the tools, visibility, and control to help the project stay the course and execute successfully. To do all of this, I've developed a 9-step learning path to help you in your journey with the software. I am going to take you through that path today, here in this video, but I've also created a handy 2-page document, free to download, which you can use as your own personal guide to checking those boxes as you learn and work with the software. I want to be clear, this video and the document are not training itself on Acumen, rather the progression of training and project analysis techniques that I view as vital to master when learning Acumen. I will link in the description of this video some options for getting trained on the software. Okay, time to move quickly. We've got 9 areas to cover, so no more messing around. First, you will import and diagnose your project plan. Acumen makes this easy as it imports schedules from Deltek OpenPlan, Microsoft Project, Primavera P6, and a few other planning software packages. And almost instantly, you're on the Diagnostic screen, assessing the quality of the plan with schedule quality metrics and simple indicators to indicate hotspots where further quality assessment may be needed. Leverage the slice and dice capability to zero in on issues, heat maps, scorecards, and very handy reports to truly understand and communicate schedule quality issues to the right people who can help fix the plan. This leads into what I call the project triage process. At this stage, the project is your patient, and you are working with the team to determine if the project is healthy, needs some repairs, or needs to go straight into surgery. The reports in Acumen, including the dashboard, help communicate the severity of the issues so that the right specialists can be working on that plan to make it better and better. In short, this is a qualitative and quantitative communication process so that everyone on the team understands the strengths of the plan and also where improvements are needed. Next is a very qualitative assessment. Critical path method schedules are, mathematically speaking, activities, links between activities, and durations of those activities. There's plenty more going on, but this is CPM scheduling at its core. What's make or break is whether the activities are all present and well-defined, and if the links between them make sense. So the next stop on this journey is to understand the driving logic to key milestones on the project. Acumen makes this easy with a driving logic assessment tool on the S2 Logic tab. Once you master this capability, you will be seamlessly and easily tracing driving paths to and from those key milestones, assessing with the team whether those paths make sense or if they need some tuning up. At this point, you've made a lot of assessments, both metric-focused reviews and the qualitative schedule logic review. Now it's time to roll up your sleeves and make improvements to the plan so that it becomes not only an accurate reflection of what should happen during project execution, but so that it can drive project execution. Acumen can help you make repairs to the plan in the schedule cleanser, converting some non-best practice items into best practice. Using this, along with your own wit and wisdom and that of the team, you can get that plan all dressed up and in a state where it can drive project execution. Is that the end? Not quite. Even with a stellar plan, we still have a few more things to learn. Next, risk inputs. We need to incorporate the things that may interfere with project execution, and we don't quite know yet if these problems will happen or not, nor necessarily how severe they will be if and when they do happen. In Acumen, you can address this with simple-to-use activity uncertainty sliders, a project risk register, and preferably both. From a training perspective, it's important to learn the do's and don'ts when operating within the risk portion. The most important thing to understand today is that you can assess risk in the Deltek Acumen suite. It's easy to do so that there's little interference between those who know what the project risks are and entering that information into the software. Next is knowing how to interpret the results from the risk module so that mitigation steps can be discussed and prioritized. First, you need to know the severity of the problem. And there are classic statistical charts in Acumen that help you learn this. And everyone using the software should learn to interpret these charts. But for the broader team, Acumen also produces very simple charts with easy indicators to understand where and when the project team is expected to feel the most pain from risks. Now, I don't expect all of the potential pain to become reality, but only when you assess the severity of what can happen are you able to truly put the steps in place to avoid some of those worst case scenarios. And yes, Acumen helps you to engage with the team on risk mitigation scenarios and illustrate how spending on mitigation can help unwind the expected impact of risk if it's left unchecked. With a good, high-quality plan that is now assessed for risk, it's time to keep an eye on things as the project begins to perform and inevitably deviate from the original plan. A proactive analyst will keep their finger on the pulse of these changes with Acumen's Forensics module. Mastering this module will help you understand where the project is going over time so that everyone understands whether the variances to plan are reasonable or if they're getting out of control. Acumen is able to compare as many updates as you'd like, meaning you can not only see what has changed from last period to the current period, but you can go back as far as you want to see how things are trending over time. I encourage people to learn forensics and check it frequently for your projects. The longer you wait, the more delays you might have that the team may not even realize. Project delays can seem inevitable, and when they happen, it can feel like there are very few options other than to just see what happens. What if you could be more proactive about nipping small delays in the bud and even developing creative solutions to mitigate the impact of more substantial delays? Acumen 360, next on your Acumen learning journey, helps to solve this problem. Acumen 360 knows your schedule better than you do. It's able to use very clever intelligence and brute mathematics to help you understand where there may be hidden efficiencies in your plan. It helps you model various strategies for acceleration and present you with various scenarios quicker than any human could. And while any individual scenario it creates may not be the final answer, it will present you with compelling solutions to the problem that can be reviewed by the team and potentially incorporated back into the project plan. It's not just theory. It's a true closed-loop solution that reads the project plan interprets the delays, and suggests efficiencies to get everything back on track. For the analyst, this is like having a secret team of analysts helping you out that all work lightning fast. Except it's not a team in the traditional sense. It's software that is looking out for you and the interests of the project and team. Finally, there's benchmarking. And although this is the final item in the learning path, it really can be used at any point in time in development and execution of the plan. The feature allows you to benchmark your plan against related and known completed projects. The engine studies the attributes of your plan, compares them against other projects, and tells you how often the plans that look like yours were actually successful. If your project has the habits of highly successful projects, it will score highly and show you the percentage of similarly constructed projects that finished on or ahead of schedule. In short, by learning the ins and outs of the benchmarking tab, you will be able to quickly demonstrate to leadership if this is a plan that looks much like other project plans that have been executed successfully. Okay, that's the learning path. One thing with Acumen is there is so much breadth and depth to the solution that there's always more to learn, even if you've been using it for years. With this learning path, you can assess your own personal maturity with the software, and if you're seeing the software for the first time, this is your roadmap or checklist to assuring that you're getting the most out of your software investment. Let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or if you are looking for resources to learn more. As I mentioned earlier, I will place links to the learning guide down in the description, along with links as to how you can learn more about the Deltek Acumen suite. I hope you enjoy your journey, and thank you for watching.